Hello, welcome to Faces of VJ, a podcast proudly brought to you by Victorians as we share with you our personal journey via Victoria. I am Nathaniel, your host for today, and with me I have Mattheus, Rachel, Emmanuel, Hatim, and Chenglong. Today, we'll be talking about a very important topic of students' life in VJ, which is STEM-centric clubs and societies. So, before we start, let's begin by introducing ourselves.
Sure. Hello, I'm Mattheus from Astronomy Club.
Hi, I'm Rachel from Medical Society.
Hello, I'm Emmanuel from Victoria Robotics and Makers Club, in short VRMC.
Hi, I'm Hatim from Science Society.
Hello, I'm Chenglong from Mathematics Society.
Hi everybody. Now that we're done with introductions, let's dive right into sharing what exactly are your respective CCAs about.
Okay, so Astronomy Club is a CCA that gathers members together that enjoy learning about any aspect of astronomy. Right? The main goal is just to have a fun and relaxing time together. And typically our CCA sessions involve both learning about different concepts in astronomy and astrophysics, as well as learning about telescopes to observe the night sky. And this gives the opportunity to every member to put whatever they've learned to use. And as a result, we attract both people who are very interested in physics, right? Since astronomy is one of the largest fields of study within physics, as well as people who would just like to hang out with others with similar interests.
Well, for Science Society, we are actually a group of science lovers who we want to further our interest in science. So during our CCA sessions, what we actually do is we plan experiments and we actually conduct them in a safe environment. And through these experiments, we actually learn about how different chemicals are made. And through that, we also learn how they are used and how they actually help people. And beyond that, we also organize events like Science Week and VCA.
So as for Mathematics Society, we practically do everything related to mathematics. So unlike in other JCs, MathSoc being VJ here is a highly interest-based CCA. What we do during our sessions can range from playing math games, solving math problems, to learning advanced math contents. And in addition, just like in ScienceSoc, we are also involved in many school events, such as the STEM Festival, during which there are many leadership opportunities for every member. And besides that, we can also organize our own workshops and activities for the whole school to spread the fun of mathematics.
For MedSoc, we are like an interest-based CCAs. Our members share a common interest for healthcare matters. During our sessions, we would discuss different healthcare topics, such as metabolic syndrome and dermatology. And we will also get to explore different healthcare professions by having healthcare professionals to share about their experience and what their careers entail.
I think for VRMC at our heart, we are really a CCA about turning ideas into reality. We have 4 main specializations that we work in. Our electronic specialization works on electrical components to build robots such as underwater robots. Our VEX specialization works on VEX robotics to participate in competition every single year. Our drones specialization works on building flying machines such as drones and foam planes to participate in competitions like SAFMC. And our programming specialization works on code to go for hackathons and build websites like Go.VJC and the Open House Games website, which we collaborated with the Student Council to build.
All your CCAs sounds really interesting, and I'm sure there must be many students waiting to enter your CCAs. Now, could you share with us, are there any prerequisites for these students to possess?
Rather than a big head full of dreams, there is no real prerequisite to join our CCA. While some specializations due to popularity may ask for prerequisite knowledge, there is actually no prerequisite to join the CCA.
Yes, same here. For Medical Society, our CCA welcomes everybody. As long as they are interested about healthcare matters, then it's definitely not necessary for them to have any prerequisite before they join. And we learn from each other and we all gain healthcare knowledge together.
And as you may have guessed, all you need to have for Mathematics Society is a heart full of passion and interest for maths. And this Mathematics Society here is not a hardcore CCA, and everyone will definitely find something interesting here because this is essentially how our CCA works.
So same with Science Society, there are no prerequisites for you to join Science Society. All you need to have is actually just a passion to learn about science and the determination to actually go out and learn more science.
Just like everyone else, for Astro, the only prerequisite is an interest in astronomy. And other than that, we welcome everyone else.
Interest and passion, a common factor among all your CCAs. Now, maybe could you share with us how are your CCA schedules like?
Sure. So for Astro, we have CCA sessions once a week, every Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. We end that late because we also have stargazing sessions every week.
So similar to Astro, our CCA sessions are every Friday, but it's just for an hour each.
Yeah, and for Mathematics Society, our CC sessions will be once a week for around an hour each, and we are more flexible in terms of our schedules, and the schedule will actually depend on the availability of time of all our members.
Well, for Medical Society, we have CCAs every week on Thursdays, and each session is about 1 hour long.
For VRMC, we have one training a week on Wednesday from 3:30 to 6, though during competition seasons or if we have important projects, we may call the members back to work on their projects.
I see. Now, aside from CCA specifics, could you share with us maybe how have your CCAs shaped and developed you over your year and your respective CCAs?
I think when I first joined the programming spec in VRMC, I had very little programming knowledge, and now I would say that I have learned a lot over the year helping to build the Open House website. On the leadership side, I came from a UG, and the transition from UG to club has been quite large, and the size of VRMC has really taught me a lot of things about my leadership style and how to lead such a big club and so many people.
As for me, right, I feel that Medical Society has definitely changed my perspective on healthcare, and I learned so much from the talks by healthcare professionals. They are all truly selfless and have the heart to serve their patients, and I feel like it's something that we can really learn from. And also personally, I also learned to be more comfortable speaking up and never be afraid to ask questions during our sharing sessions.
So as for Mathematics Society, the biggest lesson I learned from that is about the change of my mindset. Before I actually joined the CCA, I adopted a mindset that knowledge is the solution for every problem. However, I encountered many difficulties upon joining the CCA pertaining to mostly interpersonal relationships, and I have really grown a lot from that. And another takeaway is the importance of taking initiatives, because when we had CCA sessions, I realized that when everyone is contributing actively, the progress becomes surprisingly fast. And from this comes my point. STEM CCAs like MathSocs is not just about learning the knowledge, it's more about your holistic development.
Well, for me, Science Society has really been an eye-opener. I not only learned about different fields of science that I did not know existed, but I also learned about how science is actually applied and can be applied to daily life, and how it helps people on a daily basis and even saves lives. For the leadership aspect, I actually learned about how you phrase yourself, as in Science Society we deal with some topics which are out of the syllabus, and it might be difficult for us to understand and teach again. So how we phrase the way we teach really affects how people understand.
Okay, so I'm sure at this point you have a good idea of how our CCAs can help develop leadership. So I'll just share that for me, astronomy has really helped me ignite my passion and refine my knowledge about physics and math. And astronomy itself is actually a very large field of study that combines subjects like physics, math, and computer science, right? And as a result, it has been a very great help for me, right? Since by dabbling and learning about all of these, I have a better idea of what I enjoy doing and what I want to do in the future.
Yeah, and all your CCA experiences are all very different, even though being at the united front of being a STEM-centric clubs and societies. Now, I'm sure there are many takeaways that you have learned over the past year. Do you have any advice to share with your juniors who are going to choose their CCAs quite soon?
Sure, I do. I feel that passion is going to be a very big factor for many juniors, and indeed you should find a CCA that you are passionate in and will be willing to put in the time and effort into. But at the same time, you should also be open to new experiences, since CCAs in JCs can often provide many more unique experiences compared to secondary school.
Well, for me, the best advice that I can actually give is to follow your heart, and so that you can choose something that you actually enjoy doing and make your JC journey a very fruitful and enjoyable one.
Yes, do explore as many CCAs as you wish. With the pandemic perhaps going on in the next year, CCAs could be scaled down, which means you may have more time to explore more CCAs and further expand your interests. Just remember, CCAs are not compulsory in JC, but they do add color to your short JC life.
Yeah, like what the rest have mentioned, I feel that it's important that our juniors just follow their passion and know their interests. And CCAs are gonna be a fulfilling and fun part of their JC years, and it's honestly very important that they choose a certain CCA that really suits them.
I think for me, and for any SGI boys listening, home is really where the heart lies. And the most important thing for me when choosing a CCA is community. I think interest and passion are very important, but having that safe space and home as your refuge after a long week in JC is just makes your JC life that much better and that much easier. And it will be the thing you will remember many years after you leave JC.
Yeah, thank you everybody for sharing. And I hope that our listeners who are interested in the STEM fields and pursuing a STEM-related career will have gained a deeper insight into joining STEM-related CCAs in Victoria Junior College. And to all our dear listeners, thank you for tuning in to Faces of VJ and joining us today via Victoria. If you'd like to know more about VJC, do remember to visit our eOpen House website, Games website, and our YouTube channel to catch up on the previous podcasts. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.